All right, hi again. We're back. Attorney Steve Vondran. We are talking in this video about how to do a basic copyright search on the internet. This is at copyright.gov. This is your Copyright United States Copyright Office. So here's your secret domain. Let's get right into it here. Here's your secret domain right here. CO, that stands for Copyright Office Catalog.loc.gov. LOC is Library of Congress. You can find those out in Washington, D.C. So type in that domain and you'll see what pops up here is a basic search bar. This is to search the public catalog from 1978 to present, as you can see right here. Now, this is your basic search, and anybody that knows anything about search knows you can kind of hit that, the title, the name, the keyword, or the registration number if you have that. Sometimes you'll get a letter, like a photo infringement case, and you'll want to, or a movie infringement like Strike 3 Holdings or Malibu Media, you'll want to look the movie up. They'll have a copyright registration or look the photo up. Just type in the registration number and you can find out information about that, or the document number, or another command search. But, you know, I like just the title search. Let's do a basic title search. You also have other search options here. It's up to you if you're a search guru and you want to really drill down. You have a special search, advanced search options, but that's up to you. So let's just do a simple search here for, let's say, Forrest Gump. Okay, so I'm going to search for that movie, Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks, great movie. And as you can see, what pops up is a bunch of different titles. So I'm kind of looking for the Forrest Gump movie. And a lot of times, just so you know why people come to this website, is to try to find out who the owner of a work is, or to see if it's in the public domain, to see if it's available to be used on your YouTube channels, those kinds of things. But here's one right here. Let's see, The Life and Times of Forrest Chump. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's kind of interesting, so I'll take a look at that. And here you can see just kind of a list of what you're going to get. It states the type of work, the type of copyrighted work. Here it's a dramatic work in music or choreography. Somebody was apparently trying to do something about the life and times of Forrest Chump, the brilliant second cousin of Forrest Gump. So it was some type of screenplay that was going to be maybe turned into a movie or something, who knows. But at any rate, you can see down here the date of creation was 1995. Now, just a short rule of thumb on public domain, you know, if something's in the public domain, it was created before 1923. Generally speaking, that's in the public domain, and anybody can use it. In other words, you could find the work, you could use it in your YouTube videos or wherever you want to use it, and there's no copyrights. You don't have to ask for permission. So a lot of times people will want to see, well, when was this published? So this particular work was created in 1995, so that's only, 23 years old. Copyrights are going to last longer than that. So we're going to do a different video on public domain and all the dates. There's a lot of different time frames. We're going to do a separate video on that if you're interested. It's great for YouTube creators to watch that video, but let's get back. So here you can find out essentially who the owner of the copyright is. And if you want to go look these people up on Google, you can go find them. And if you want to get permission, for example, to do some type of derivative work or license their work, or get some clearance so that you can use their work, this is where you would go and how you would look the person up. Okay, so that's just a real basic way to search. I'm not going to spend the time going through all these to find my Forrest Gump. Actually, this is probably it right here. Forrest Gump original motion picture score. Here you go. Paramount Pictures is the owner. This was a date of creation 1994. So you can get some information. So if you want to use a 2-minute clip or something that's not fair use in one of your YouTube videos, here's who you would be seeking to get the rights from. So that's nice and easy right there. Now, I'm going to do one other search for you just to see here. So I've got a number that I'm going to type in. So say you have the registration number. You can just type that in. That's another way to search. And you push that in. You go, okay, here is something. This is what? This is a pre-registration. And I just wanted to point that out. And people say, well, what's a pre-registration? Well, for like movie companies, they often put out movies and somebody tries to copyright it or leak it. So what movie companies often do is they get a pre-registration, and that's that means we haven't finished the work. It's actually not fixed and tangible medium of expression just yet, but it's going to be. And to make sure that we can file suit if we have these infringers and we need to seek injunctions so we can knock them down, they'll pre-register. There's a pre-registration process with the Copyright Office. So here you can see here Columbia Pictures and Sony Pictures went. This is the movie, and I love this movie, which is why I did this search word, but Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. It's a great movie, and it's about, fighting it out and what it takes to make it in this world. I highly recommend the movie because Will Smith is just phenomenal in this movie. You can read a little bit about what the movie's about right here if you're interested. It's kind of a rags to riches story and going through all the troubles in life. But you can see here, Sony Pictures was the copyright claimant. You have Columbia here as well. And it was a pre-registration, and this was done in 2000. And they have, as you can see here, they have a projected date of publication for 12/15/2006. So they're basically just telling the public, we're going to register this. We're pre-registering it right now, even though it's not completed, and that gives them rights to sue. Okay. So the other thing is, if you're having problem with a copyright search and you're trying to find out information, this is not the best website in the world. I mean, to me, it really needs to be updated and updone. They need to kind of come into the 21st century here, but it's okay. It gives you a place to start. You can basically find out some basic things, but the Copyright Office does have a search, internal search. There is a form you can fill out and get a quote to have them do a search for you. I believe it's about $200 an hour, which is not cheap. Cheaper than me, but it's not cheap. So if you really need to dig down and you're involved in litigation, you really need to check things out, you may need to go to the Copyright Office and ask them to help search and pull up the documents and things that they have, any assignments, which would be any transfers of ownership and things like that. So that's a real basic nuts, and I wouldn't say full nuts and bolts, but it's a pretty good basic how to search this database. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments. If you like our video channel, our legal general information channel, this is not legal advice, make sure to subscribe, and we'd love to have you on as a subscriber to our channel. Okay, so Attorney Steve out, gotta run. Have a great day, and I hope this has been helpful. Cheers.